And it's trying to hitch their wagon to the stimulus package.
As Rich Edson reported, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and John McCain all plan to be back in Washington for the vote.
Yeah, all of them are expected to vote in favor of the bill, but if the proposal doesn't revive the economy the way it's supposed to, how's that going to play out in the campaign trail?
Our Fox panel is here to talk about it, including Biz Radio Network host Mike Norman. We have Tom Atkins from Remax Fairlawn, Nicole Ridgway from SmartMoney.com, and Peter Schiff, author of Crash Proof. Thanks to all of you. Nicole, what happens if the stimulus plan takes hold and then doesn't work?
Well, I think the voters and these special interest groups like the AARP are definitely watching very closely to see which way everyone votes. I mean, as their ad said, we're watching you. So, you know, I mean, if John McCain comes in and doesn't support some of these benefits for, you know, the veterans and the retirees, you know, there's going to be backlash for him.
Well, Tom, you got skin in the game. You got a lot of property all over the country.
Yeah.
Do you think, first of all, this thing is going to succeed? And if it doesn't, what happens?
No. But we have a $13 trillion economy. $150, $200 billion is like a tossing a deck chair under the Queen Mary.
But it's not just the rebates. It's lifting the loan limit of Fannie and Freddie.
That actually can help. So of all the things in this so-called stimulus package, that's the one thing that can actually help, because it takes mortgages out of the subprime difficulties and puts them into prime mortgages, which will easily get better terms, etc. I got to tell you, though, this isn't going to work. It's going to be good for Democrats. Why? Because every election is a battle between the Democrats' ability to lie, cheat, and steal versus Republicans' ability to tell the truth. This thing is not going to work. If it works, if it does work, they'll say, see, we were right. Spending money on stupid programs is wonderful. And if it doesn't work, they'll say, see, George Bush screwed it up so bad that we couldn't have fixed it no matter how much money he threw at it. And the truth is the Federal Reserve is 100% responsible for this. Screw them.
Hello.
I'm mad at him. I really am.
Let's bring in Peter Schiff here. What if everybody votes for it and says, we're here to help you, we're going to revive the economy, and then nothing really happens, it sort of peters out?
The stimulus package can't work. I mean, because they've diagnosed the wrong problem. You know, in the past, these stimulus packages appeared to work because we were able to postpone the day of reckoning. But I think, you know, I don't think we have any more time. You know, if consumers take these rebate checks, this freshly printed money or freshly borrowed money, and do exactly what Congress wants, they go out and blow it, we're just going to be in a deeper hole than we are now. They're probably going to have to go for another stimulus package before the election that also won't work. And I agree. I think the Democrats are going to win on this. I think they're going to sweep the White House and, you know, retake the Congress and the Senate with wider margins than they have now.
Mike Norman.
People like Peter have been talking about a day of reckoning for the last 25 years, and the very reason why the day of reckoning has never come is because the economy is growing. All debt rests on a foundation of real economic growth. It's irrelevant how much debt if you have the economic growth to support it. The only reason why this plan won't work, if Tom's right here, is because it's not big enough, which means that those in Congress who supported the smaller plan will be the ones held up to blame. And he might be right. The Democrats might be looked at as the ones who wanted the bigger plan and didn't get it. And
by bigger, you
just
mean
give
what?
everybody $1 million.
More stimulus.
Just give everybody $1 million.
Giving
No
out
problem.
more money in rebates?
You could give out more money. You could have more tax incentive for business. You know, anything that provides financial relief to the private sector.
Why would we continue to put pillows down where we think the economy is going to fall? Tom, this is a situation where you look at it and say, can we really make everything perfect all the time?
Well, no, but here's the thing. On one hand, you can't make things perfect. On the other hand, you can screw them up, and that's what happened here. You had a bad Fed policy, and let me propose a brief marriage between Peter and I for a second.
How many times you guys got married already? Aren't you going to stop?
But we keep getting divorced, Mike. I'm safe. Don't worry. I'm not going to the other side.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
No, look. The government spends too much money. And they spend it on stupid things that don't work. We become a socialist country.
Nicole, what about the fact that a lot of what is being done now has been tried before and hasn't worked? In particular, the rebates.
Well, I think that, you know, this is also sort of a desperate move. They have to do something to make people feel better. I mean, look what happened to John Sununu for not supporting the things for veterans, extra benefits for veterans, for example. You know, he kind of got villainized in his state. You know, I think that they're just trying to grasp at something. If this can curb the economy from unraveling further, then that's kind of the hope.
But it can't. It has to unravel because it's phony. Mike is wrong. We can't borrow money indefinitely and spend it on consumption.
Peter, businesses do it all the time. It's called revolving credit. Yes, it is. It's called revolving credit. Businesses tap into credit to invest and grow their business. Governments can do the same thing.
Mike, businesses borrow to invest in capital, and the capital produces a return where they can service the debt. You just can't borrow to take vacations and remodel your kitchens and say you can pay it back.
What are you talking about? By the way, the folks who run businesses, who run vacation places or who sell appliances and furniture, they feel the impact of consumers who don't frequent or don't go to their establishments. It works both ways. You have vendors and producers who need the income of consumers. I mean, that's how vendors and producers exist.
Tom,
Mike,
go ahead,
you've got the cart behind before the horse.
I know where you're heading here on this thing, but here's for eating and having a place to stay every night. The rest of our money is almost completely discretionary. You don't have to spend another cent. So all these things that you think we're just wasting money on, it's part of the economy, dude. We have this extra money. It takes 1% of Americans to make food for the other 99% of us.
The phrase of the day is, it's a part of the economy, dude. It's a part of the economy, dude. I love that. Thank you.